rhyme and reason for how I approach things. So let me do my way. Okay, good. Y'all can hear me. Okay. Let me do my way. I feel like as a collective, we'll all cover the topic in a satisfying way to each, person. But let me do this one my way. So I have a particular way I want to talk about this. So first of all, last night I was getting into my art bag. I'm sitting there practicing drawing heads, doing the Loomis method on my Instagram live. Sound check Annette said, trending. Melody's having an emergency live. I said, wait a minute, what? I said, all right, see y'all later. I'll see y'all over there. So I go, and I didn't, when I tell you, it was basically she was going live when I found out. So I just had to hit the live button. And this happened just to time and date stamp this. This would have been last night, May 12th, 2025, around 7:05-ish, 7:10-ish PM Central Standard Time. And I'm like, what could it be? Because I honestly, this is not what I thought it was gonna be. So I was just like, I'm just here to listen. And I said, hey, when I came in the chat, let's see what's going on. So Mel comes on her live, and hold on, let me see how I want to do this. Y'all know I have notes. Okay. First of all, let me say the main point. The main point is that there is a lawsuit that Anthony Lofties has opened against Melody. April 30th is when it was filed, I believe. And he, according to her, went to Alabama, and I think a sheriff delivered the actual lawsuit to her. That's when she had to end her live abruptly a little bit, but before this live, because I was in the other live. I can't remember if it was the same day because these days run together. But I was in there, and then her live did just kind of end. So let me say this. Let's address the elephant in the room first. I understand when people are like, oh, do not give this attention, do not give this exposure. First of all, that's already happened. It's already happened. The biggest platform right now would be Melody's platform for even letting us know that this was a thing. So we can't go bigger than Melody already has put it out there. Secondly, this lawsuit, to me, if people did not talk about it, would be silencing the victims and the advocates for the victims, and not allowing potential victims to be warned about certain things. So I do think that it should be talked about. Unfortunately, yes, rising tides will raise all ships, but I think that is a short-term win on his part. So for me, the biggest benefit is you definitely, yes, it's going to be talked about, because this is my opinion, but it's not even just the civil things that have happened. It's not just the defamation on how he has said things about Melody, some of the content creators, things like that. It is also, and y'all hear it in Melody's live, there has been alleged harassment. There has been alleged wishing death on people. So it should be talked about. It shouldn't be silenced, because not everyone has the resources that Melody has, and maybe some can avoid even coming into contact before they even get to that point. And so I am here. Obviously, you see it. I'm going to talk about it. My reason for talking about it is I definitely think it should be spoken about. I think that at least if it's searched, you don't find one part of the story. That's my opinion for this particular thing. Okay. Let me see. Hold on, I'm reading my notes. All right. The other elephant in the room is, it sounds like there are some of supposed named allies of his that he named in this lawsuit. And we'll get to how Melody said the reason she wanted to tell all content creators because of how it was worded when he named every content creator. They were not separated by what may look like an ally versus what may look like a enemy, but still getting him to his same point. Everybody looking like an enemy in that list, which that's between You and him. I ain't got nothing to say about that because y'all know that's not my lane. But he named people that supposedly, possibly, because when I tell you I've been trying to mind my own business, the way it was mentioned and people were putting in her chat, there's some alignments that was supposed to exist, and then they ended up in the same lawsuit lumped together with everybody else. So that's what I observed. Okay. I'm gonna play bits and pieces of the live, and shout out to my little sis here for hot tea. That's where I pulled my timestamps from. So thank you for uploading her live. But overall, Mel warned all content creators, whether they liked her or not, hey, you've been put into some mess. You're being named. Bro Chat, which I did not know about them until this live came up. One of the content creators of the channel Bro Chat came up. His name is Mitch. I agree, he's a cutie pie. Mitch is a cutie pie, but he came up and he detailed how yes, Anthony was shopping the lawsuit around, and what I got from it is that he needed a person that was going to skew it though. And so basically, if you were true, I ain't gonna say that word. That's a hot button word. Basically, he needed someone that was gonna skew it his way. If he shopped it around, that person actually took it. That's how I took it. And I feel like he underestimated Mitch from Bro Chat. He also, we found out December 2024, he contacted Carson Blue and told her, oh, I'm trying to make amends. Plus, I have information that can help Melody with her family court case. It involves the kids and all this other stuff. Melody said she told Carson, just tell him you couldn't reach me. And Carson said, because she really didn't want to be in a mess, she basically did just say, hey, I couldn't get in contact with her. Well, cat's out the bag now. Melody said she has months of documentation. She is ready and she is looking forward to whatever date the judge decides for this to, for them to have their day in court. She also said there will be a countersuit. And this is why I was like, I got to enter the chat. I had to enter the chat when I heard her say, oh, there will be a countersuit. I was like, oh, I'm in there now. I gotta be. Well, that, and also, there's another reason, but that was one of my, I was like, okay. And this is the reason, because that was very important to me, because let's say if she was not planning on doing a countersuit, then it could be, oh, I gained the attention I wanted. Now I would like to drop the suit. And maybe even spin it as, you know what? I decided to spare Melody and her family, or however it's going to get spun. It was going to be anticlimactic, most likely. Get the extra, and I ain't gonna say little, but you get the extra attention for a while, then you drop it because your resources are not gonna stretch like her resources are gonna stretch. So I was like, I'm not doing this. But when she said she would be a counter, or she would do a countersuit, that means Melody would be a DG, correct me if I'm wrong. I'm trying to look for your stuff. Melody would be a counter plaintiff, and that would make Anthony a counter defendant. So you can drop your original suit if you wanted to, but if she's not dropping hers, we're still going on and we're still invested in this thing. And for the things that I observed, I do think that it is best to that it does get brought to light, that things do get exposed. She can countersue whether he decides to drop it or not. That's why I'm here, DG. I'm invested, because when she said, yes, I will do a countersuit, I'm here. I need to see what is going to happen. Hold on, notes, looking at notes. All right, so when the time comes, because I do believe that time will come, there will be a moment where I believe Anthony will want to tap out. I think maybe he won't. He may not say it out loud now that he won't have a choice of tapping out if there's a countersuit, but I will believe a time will come where he will desire to tap out, and that option will not be available anymore. Mel detailed how she used to let Anthony up on her live because, and I'm sorry for my audience that is not Love and Marriage Huntsville, Melody Shari, the way most of us know her is because she created a show called Love and Marriage Huntsville, and she it aired on OWN, and she was the main character, and then I'm gonna say it's an ensemble after that. That's my opinion. But most of us know her from that show. So she Very much. It still to me supports a lot of content creators, but I feel like she was probably even more heavy back then. But I came in later, so I didn't see this part of when she would really let Anthony up on her live. But she talked about how she would let him up on her live. He would talk about his songs and other stuff. Basically, content creators could kind of promote what they were working on. So that's, and she said, I never met this person or this man in person. She did not ever meet him in person. So all of this is stemming from online things. She said, she told Mitch when he was up there from Bro Chat, she said, the way I'm talking to you now is how I communicated with Anthony. It was through this way. I did not meet him in person. She said, she suspects that some of the real fallout, I'm paraphrasing, came from when her manager, Don Michelle, and Anthony fell out. I think that has a part to do with it. My opinion, though, is also that he can't take rejection. That's my opinion. He can't take rejection. Then the rejection, technically, most of it could have been a private rejection, but it became public because things backfired. Then there's resentment and embarrassment that follows after that. And DG says possible causes of action for countersuit, in her opinion: harassment, stalking, invasion of privacy, possible doxing, defamation, communicating terroristic threats. Thank you for creatively typing that. Intentional infliction of emotional distress and negligence. And that's just off her dome some of the things she thinks can possibly be in that countersuit. Melody already said. So here's the thing. This is the hand that Melody is willing to show. These are the moves Melody is willing to show. So understand, for me, that means there's 50 that we won't know until the court knows, which is good because that's where it should go down. But she said she has videos of Anthony calling her and her mom bees, wishing death on her and her mom. She says she has months of documentation. She has months of documentation. She also told people to basically save your coins. Save your coins, because she said there's not much in this part, this first part of the lawsuit. She was like, most of it is first few pages is how much he wants, which is the amount of $6,000, is going through small claims court, I'm assuming at this time. That is the maximum in Alabama for small claims court is $6,000. Let me see. So basically, save your coins. She said that she also showed, and that's what I have in my screenshot. Or no, that's not my screenshot. No, that is my screenshot. Okay, so he was sending her notices and stuff, and then she finally got certified mail, and she signed it, go to hell. So his Exhibit M is where it says defendant tells plaintiff's firm or lawyers to go to hell. I'm starring your comment, DG. Then she said, okay, hold on. Another page is a police report he filed. Another page is how many followers she has. The majority of the pages were content creators' thumbnails. But Mel said the reason, I'm interpreting this because I can't remember if this is exactly how she said it, but it seemed like the main reason she went live was because how he worded it when he did his Exhibit C of the content creators. And the wording was bashing character to the public using his picture and name. And that is why I would say that I see how he's lumping his supposed allies with everybody else. Because y'all are not on the same page if he's saying you bashed his character to the public and he's putting you in that lawsuit. Now at this time, just stay on the same page. I think we're all on the same page, but he is not currently suing other content creators with this particular lawsuit. But she's like, understand what could come down the pipeline, because it is very interesting how he worded it when he named content creators. And she pointed out, and I have to be conscious of that as well, is that there could be more content creators named later. So I just want to say, it's not that I feel like I have some kind of shield, is that I waited, and and honestly, I ain't gonna hold you. What tips it over is that the content creators, whether you liked her or not, she is offering her resources and evidence for you. That is a big deal. I have not seen that before in my lifetime. I have not seen that before. So yeah. She repeated she's looking forward to her day in court. He also put in there that it is Melody's fault that he was terminated from a bakery, and there was a termination letter I think included in the exhibits. Mel repeated to the content creators to prepare yourselves, and this is the audio I am going to play, and I will link here for Hati's video in my description box at the end of the live. My time was running out. Let me see what DG said real fast before I go on. I see you, DG. I might not even highlight that one yet. But I'm gonna highlight this one, but the other one I see you. Okay. DG said if she lost revenue that's damaged, some torts allow for treble damages or triple damages if the jury awards punitive damages 3 times the general wages award. And Melody's triple of her lost wages would be catastrophic. So I'm gonna wait, DG, but somebody may have already still actually went ahead and posted the legal documents. I didn't pull them yet because I trust that I'm not gonna waste my coins yet. So I didn't pull it. So I don't know his causes of action personally yet, but it might be out there. And I will be seeing y'all. I'll just say that I'll be seeing y'all. I don't want to shoot. I learn from the best. I'm trying not to say too much myself. Okay, so here's the first clip or audio clip I wanted to play for y'all, and this is where Melody tells the content creators to prepare themselves. 1 second. Okay, just give me a 1 if y'all can hear the audio once I start playing it. Hopefully you can.
Sassy T, brown skin girl, and drop the mic. And I know some of y'all saying, Mel, you better than me because I won't be warning some of these people, okay? But listen, I'm just, for how I move, how I'm blessed, how I'm favored, I would want somebody to warn me what's right is right. And just prepare yourself. Prepare yourself. Prepare yourself. Because coming down the pipeline will probably be you. And if you need me, I'll be there. If that happens, I'm saying this publicly, and you don't have to fly me in. I'll fly myself to you. If it happens, I am publicly stating I will be happy to come to your case and share the evidence I have of how he moves. Okay? Know that. Know that. If I'm the one chosen to help end this, I'll help end it. It's what it is. It's all good. It's been going on too long with too many women. I'm tired of it. Y'all know I don't play. I don't play.
Okay, that's my first part. All right. Another exhibit within that lawsuit was his financial loss, and it was his Google AdSense. And Mel said that he had a spreadsheet, I believe, and she said she has a spreadsheet of her losses as well. I'm gonna play that audio clip for y'all.
Because see, exhibit type this up. Plaintiff financial loss. And then there's a Google AdSense sheet. The funny thing is, like I said, everybody can have their day in court. I believe in that. I believe in that. And the interesting thing is from the time period of me being harassed before I responded and after, y'all know how I would disappear and not go live. Y'all would hit up my team and y'all would be like, hey, is Mel okay? Where is Mel? We ain't heard from Mel in 3 weeks, in 4 weeks. Hey, where's Mel? I got my spreadsheet of losses too. Like, I have my therapy sessions documented. Everybody deserves their day in court. Sometimes it's a can of worms you don't want to open up. But then again, hey, if I gotta be the one to make you understand that you should leave people alone and not harass people and not bother people, if I gotta be the one to do that, that's fine. To my content creators who came on, again, I'm gonna be praying for y'all. I'm gonna be covering y'all. Okay, I'm gonna be praying for y'all. I'm gonna be covering you guys. If you need me, should what I think or expect is gonna be coming down the pipeline should happen, and you need me, I'm here. I'm here. Just give me the date, baby. Give me the date. I'm here. And I will be there wherever you need me to be for your day. Know that. Just let me know. Just let me know. All right, so oh yeah, it definitely would be a countersuit. Absolutely. Are you absolutely? It will definitely be a countersuit. That's gonna I don't even know if they're ready. Honestly, it's definitely gonna be a countersuit. Don't know if they're ready. Um
Okay. Okay. So y'all heard there will definitely be a countersuit. All right. Next part. Melody said she's doing a half off discount code of Pro Se. Now, I'm not playing that part, so I'm just letting you know 7thAvenueBeauty.net. The code is Pro Se, but I have a different part of the audio I want to play for y'all. Um Lord. Okay, here goes.
yes. Pro se. I was like, okay, because it's telling me to respond. I won't respond with attorney responding. 14 days, and I'm looking. I'm like, okay, who they? It says plaintiff's attorney pro se. I said, well, God, I knew it wasn't printed in color, so I knew it was cheaply done. But I was like, dang, these pictures is not even in color. They look like this, black and white, just black and white, black and white. Anybody else he's been having beef with? Just know you may be down pipeline because I want to say this last thing. I finally responded to his shenanigans against me and my children, my mother, all this little stuff, whatever he was saying. It was in 2023, y'all. It was in 2023. We in 2025. I ain't thought about this man. I ain't seen this man. I ain't never met him ever. I ain't never seen him in person. I ain't thought about this man. I did not recommend. I don't see his YouTube stuff. People don't DM me no more because I told them don't do that. I ain't listen. What is funny? We all want to laugh, Jason. No. Okay. And so I ain't thought about him. And y'all ain't heard me say nothing. Like I said, Carson, y'all heard Carson. Carson called me in December, last year-ish, around December. I don't know the exact month, but it was around December. I said, girl, I'm not worried about that. I said, I don't need, just tell them that I ain't answer. I ain't got time for it. God bless them. That's exactly what I said, girl. God bless them. I ain't got time. So if you think something's over sometimes with people, it ain't over. They just sitting back waiting to decide when they want to strike with the shenanigans and the BS. So again, if you were listed in this, in the sense of your YouTube page was in here, I'm gonna be praying for you. I'm gonna be covering you. Okay. I'm gonna be praying for you. I'm gonna be covering you. You need me, holler at me. I got you. Um, because I have more than enough evidence of what you may need to show, you know. So holler at me. Holler.
And I believe her, obviously. But if for some that may just be on the outside looking in and have no skin in the game, you may not, I don't know if y'all, I have never seen it before, but I definitely believe her. So use your resources. I would also say be as smart as you can about this and keep your true legal strategies to yourself. I understand making your coins because especially if it's already about you. But be strategic on that part. Now I want to talk about, all right, so Melody's fan base, as we know, are the Millimeters, and her icon, emoji, everything is the chess piece because we do say she plays chess, not checkers. And I wanted to take it a step further because I want to compare how a grandmaster in chess would approach a defamation lawsuit. That's what I would like to talk about real fast. before I talk about it, I just want to say May is Mental Health Awareness Month. How I See It TV would beat me up if I did not take a chance to say that. And I am an artist. I have a piece of artwork called Protecting My Boundaries. It's on my website, trendingatsomepoint.com. So please go check it out. If you would like to support my channel, that would be the most blessed way you can support my channel at this time, by supporting my artwork. So please just check it out. It's already pinned in the comment at the top. Protect your mental peace. Take care of your mental health. Protect your boundaries because it's crazy out here. When I say every day, every hour, it is crazy out here. Okay, let's talk about a grandmaster in chess and how they would approach this. I won't say this specific lawsuit, but a defamation lawsuit. And again, I'm not naming anything specific. I'm just talking about their mindset. So don't come to me about don't give it away, Trey. I don't know what they gonna do. I just want to talk too. I want to say some things. No, the keychains are out because they were peeling, and I got to get a whole new design. Because what I can't do is give y'all crap. I can't do it. Okay, so let's see here. So first of all, a chess grandmaster, they are the highest title a player can achieve, awarded by the International Chess Federation. Okay. And they keep that title for basically it's a lifetime achievement once they get it. I believe there are two grand at minimum, because I'm not trying to say anybody else isn't. For me, I know that there are at minimum two grandmaster chess players that are involved in this lawsuit. That is my opinion. All right. So how Grandmaster approaches chess is they see everything. They're going to look at the board. They're going to imagine what might happen next. Not just one move, but they're going to go like 10 moves ahead. They also know the tricks. They already know them. They remember thousands of special patterns and tricks from games they've played or studied. For instance, like secret paths to catch. Okay, this is not a one-for-one comparison, but in chess, it's to catch the king, okay? They will not rush. They think very carefully before moving. Even when they do move fast, they've already practiced it so much that they already knew that it would work. They make smart trades. If they trade a piece, they already know it's going to be a good deal. Basically, like if they lose one piece, it's because they know they're going to gain 3 pieces. And they are trapping the king. Their biggest goal is to catch the other king for checkmate, and they do it with very clever moves, basically like setting a trap. Okay, I want to go a little bit deeper. Now, chess versus the courtroom. How a grandmaster would win a defamation case, in my opinion. All right, this is an example. If someone says you lost your job because of something else, the grandmaster would show emails of HR notes that prove the firing came right after the lie was spread. It's like revealing a bishop hidden behind pawns. Suddenly, everything changes. So, the end game equals a trial or settlement. In chess, there are fewer pieces, but every move is life or death. One mistake will lose the game. In court, both sides present everything, either in a courtroom trial or during a settlement or settlement talks. So your chess skill is precision under pressure. A legal example of this would be delivering a clean, emotional, fact-based final argument. I can't even pronounce this next word. There's a chess skill called Zugzwang, which is basically forcing a person to make a bad move. This in legal would leave the opponent no good options. They basically would have to settle or lose in trial. Another chess skill is called king activity. A legal example would be taking personal control, testifying clearly, showing sincerity. Grandmasters would think, now this is the moment to strike. The trap is sprung. All right. Evidence as chess pieces. So, texts and emails would be their pawns. Their texts and emails are common but strong in numbers, and they create structure. Public statements would be their bishops. Those are long range weapons. Like a tweet can cut across a whole case. Their knights would be witnesses. Unexpected angles can support your side in surprising ways. Expert reports would be rooks. Those are the heavy hitters, powerful in straight lines, clear logic and stats. And then the queen would be their own testimony. That's the most powerful, but it has to be protected and used wisely. The psychological strategy would be just like in chess, the courtroom isn't just facts, it's how people feel. And grandmasters read their opponents constantly. So, a chess skill called reading bluffs, the courtroom benefit would be spotting when the other side is overplaying a weak argument. Staying unemotional is a chess skill. Courtroom benefit, staying credible and calm, even when provoked. Another chess skill is called quiet moves. These are subtle, or in courtroom, these will be subtle moments, like pausing before answering to seem thoughtful. An example of this: during a deposition, the other side asks an aggressive question. I would also say maybe a inflammatory question. The grandmaster pauses, breathes, and gives a calm, focused answer. It undermines the intended attack by refusing to react emotionally, like dodging a queen check by sliding the king into safety. In the end, the grandmaster will not win by yelling or owning the other side. They're going to win because they actually understood the truth deeply. And that, I have to reiterate this, no matter what, the truth is very, very important in defamation cases. The truth is everything in defamation cases. So the grandmasters understand the truth. They've already mapped the legal board better than their opponent. Hold on one second. They've timed every move perfectly, and they built a case so strong, it's already collapsed the other side's story. The judge or jury will not see this chessboard, but they're going to feel the effects. And in small claims court, I don't remember if this was Alabama specific, but I did see that I think that there is no jury for small claims court, just putting that out there. That's what I saw. I don't have a legal background, but that's what I saw. Okay, so when I say that if this move was revealed, which it was not an if, it was revealed, we were looking at it, that we now know that this lawsuit exists. There's 10 plus moves we will not know about, and who it's meant for will not know about until it's time. Let me see. DG said the truth is an absolute defense to a defamation case. And it is, because I'm not going to get into it, but the truth is the best defense and the absolute defense to a defamation case. So I guess what I wanted to say to hopefully ease some people's minds is, again, yes, will this give exposure to some you don't want to have exposure? It will, but there is a bigger end game in this. And as Melody stated very plainly and clearly, if she has to be the one to stop it, she'll be the one. If not another woman has to feel basically bullied and threatened, she'll be the one. And in my opinion, she won't be the only one. But it is not just about, oh, don't talk about it because they just want to be a hot topic. No, it is bigger than that. It is way bigger than that. As the documents come out, more the later documents for me personally, as the later things come out, that's the part to me that matters. And that's why this does need to be talked about for those who choose to, and those who are like, I am opting out. I get that. Just don't try to force other people to opt out of something that they actually do believe that it should be talked about, because I actually believe every time something like this happens, it does warn somebody else before they even get involved in it, if they so choose to heed the warning. So right, DG said, because even if their reputation was damaged, it wasn't a lie. Right. Exactly. So I'm not going to hold y'all. I'm not even going to belabor a point. I just want to say we have a minimum 2 grandmasters in this chess game, because that is what it is. And just watch them work. I'm here for it. I'm here to see what happens. And that's it. That's it and that's all. I will see y'all at a later time. I hope you have a great evening and I will talk to y'all later. Bye.